After all was said and done, episode 31 of the Yugioh Go Rush series was actually a really entertaining episode. Because not only do we get another Ran duel, but the plot thickens as we meet for Star Providence, who is a Nail variant in the Go Rush series, and he works under the Great King of Terror. Let's talk about it. So hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today we're jumping straight in as I want to start off by getting to the obvious out of the way. We got a tutorial episode this far in Go Rush. However, it was a demonstration on how to duel with friends remotely over the computer, and I really like this as this is kind of one for the older fans, because the younger generation that are now starting to watch Rush duels won't necessarily be able to set this up on their own. So this episode is kind of showcasing how us, the kind of older Yu-Gi-Oh fans, can do this online, as well as showing the parents of the kids watching how they could possibly set up for their children later on if they wish to do so with their friends. So yes, I really like this concept that the episode was trying to teach us. Even if the whole idea of believing that Mutsuba Town has strong enough Wi-Fi to reach from outer space back to where the underground alien residency facility actually is. Other than that though, I just really liked it. The whole duel with Asaka being involved I thought was brilliant, as it links back to the Asaka versus Yuhi duel in showcasing how she's learned dueling can be fun even without holograms. Now I want to get into Ran's character, because her confrontation with Asaka in this episode was really telling about her pride and how serious she takes the role within MIK. She wants to take charge, and this is where the conflict with Asaka comes into play, because both ladies' pride clashes, thus they have to duel each other. Now, partway through the duel, we learn that Ran has been practicing her dueling skills off camera. This of course follows her losing to Manabu, and again, this ties into the character's pride, because after learning of her past win record being built upon lies and people losing on purpose, she's gone out, learned how to duel properly, learned more strategies, and improved her dueling style. And this I loved, because it's character development at its finest in terms of dueling. Now, in terms of outside of dueling character development, I did like the rivalry being built between Ran and Asaka. As you know, they both kind of see themselves as important figures. You know, with Asaka being the CEO of the Mutsuba company, and Ran being this important figurehead within MIK of her sector. I like that the rivalry between the two is also going to linger and carry on throughout the series. I think this is a good idea, because both characters can kind of bounce off each other and learn and grow. Yes, Ran was being childish by drawing on the screen, but it was funny and it continued that spark of rivalry that this episode took place. It does also showcase Ran being a bit jealous of Asaka. Now, one thing I wasn't expecting from this episode, or the show in general, was a bit of backstory for Netsuzo. Honestly, I'm not that interested within this character particularly, so the whole learning about why he likes telling lies, wasn't that kind of fussed about it. But I did like the fact that we learned his name means both truth and lies. So thanks for that bit of annotation from the Entomé subs team. Cheers. However, with that being said, they showcased a bit of his story for his background of his character and gave us more interaction with himself and London. And I think they did this in order to give more reason and motivation / emotion behind whatever London is going to do moving forward. Because what happened to Netsuzo at the end, whether we know or don't know what happens, we know something bad and something shocking is going to be revealed. And I think Fisher Sky is going to be caught up in it, because we had one of his little fishy things kind of get caught as well. Now then, seeing the Star Providence was really cool, as this is one character I had not seen before watching the episode. Now, of course, I am behind on these episodes and I'm playing catch up. And I know the Great King of Terror is a Luke variant called the Luke. So seeing the Star Providence being a part of his faction, and kind of some like star sort of resemblances within the names and stuff, it did make me think about the Luke Man, because he was obviously all like the starry kind of symbols. Now, of course, I do know about the Luke. I know about the character, I've seen the design, because obviously spoilers and me being behind. However, had I not seen that, I may have made the connection, because obviously with the star provenance and the fact that kind of makes me think about the Luke man, and we've kind of seen some spiky hair with the silhouettes, I may have actually have had a guess at saying that the Great King of Terror would be a Luke variant, and how this would be quite interesting. Nevertheless, though, we can never tell because, you know, I got spoiled. But hey, we're going to move on because I guess the last talking point of this episode is about Nyanda's star. She's been weirdly spaced out. Excuse the pun. So there's been clearly something on her mind, and it's not just the fact that Ran is back in this episode. She's kind of done with all of that now. I honestly have no idea what's up with Nyanda's star, but after all, cats can be confusing and quite fickle. So maybe it's nothing to worry about, or maybe it's something we really need to be concerned and look out for in the future episodes. So looking into London's past, seeing the younger him trying to always get one up on Rovian does make a lot of sense now that we know this little bit of information. Because, you know, him stealing the spaceship is like his final hurrah to say, ha, I finally got one up on you, Rovian. But at the same time, seeing Rovian as a child like that was really sweet and adorable. And I loved like the whole kind of her being like really dizzy while spinning around with the guitar, the circle in her eyes. It was something I did not expect to get, but I so thoroughly enjoyed that we received. So yeah, overall I really did like this episode as it progressed the plot and gave us those sweet wholesome moments and some character rivalry / development building. So, let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and hope you enjoyed this quick review of the episode as we play catch up. Have a great day, alligator, mandane, goodbye.